So sorry if you're sitting. Let's make our way to standing. So as you come up onto your mat, our feet now are the support. So before we begin, I'd just like you to stand in a nice parallel position with the feet or slightly, very slightly turned out. Lifting up your toes, you want to press them down into your mat. Lift up your heel and press it down. Go to the sternum, the breastbone here, just lift it up. Use the armpits to help you. And the tailbone down. So we're standing today, for those who are just coming on. And I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome everybody to class. Glad you can make it today. And remember that you're doing this for yourselves. I invite you to do what you can and just take it easy. There's not every class we have to stress out over it or try and be too dynamic. And you can take it to the level that you want, of course, but just try and just relax into everything today. You probably had a very busy weekend or a busy day today. So we'll start, as usual, with our centering and a little bit of warming up before we go to the formal part of the practice. So once again, welcome. And you're going to press all four corners of your feet into your mat. Lift your kneecaps slightly up. Pull the thigh muscles to the thigh bone. You can very, very slightly lift your pelvic floor muscles and draw them up a bit. Tummy tucked in. Lift the sternum so your shoulder blades will slide on your back. And then just rest your hands by your sides. If it feels right for you now, close your eyes. If closing your eyes makes you feel a little wobbly or unsteady, you can open them back. So this is where we start today, standing on our soles of the feet, anchoring ourselves. Your eyes are closed or open. And I'd like you now to just feel your own surroundings. We're all in different places. So just feel where you are. Perhaps noticing a few sounds around you. Maybe feeling a little air brushing against the skin. Texture of the clothes on your skin. And all of this helps to draw us into the present moment, right where you are on your mat. Let us begin by focusing now on our deliberate breath, the yogic breath. Begin to draw that oxygen through both nostrils. Fill your lungs up, right up to that sternum, and then exhale from the sternum all the way down to your belly button. So as you draw that oxygen in, you're going to feel it from the belly button, rising all the way up to that sternum. And as you breathe out, you're going to feel it from the sternum, leaving the body, all the way back down to that belly button. So let's try a few more rounds of this breath. Beginning to center ourselves, to just calm our minds down. Try to relax every part of your body. Then on the next inhale, you're going to open your eyes and welcome once again everybody. We will start with our breath of joy. So I invite you to step your feet a little bit further apart from each other. And in this breath, your knees should be soft. I'll just do a quick demonstration to remind you of the breath of joy. So you're taking the breath in three parts of the lungs. So it looks like this. Ha! So when you bend your knees and you fall forward, that's your exhale. Try to get all that stale air out of your lungs. So So I'll do it one more time for you. So it's an inhale in the front, inhale to the side, inhale again, all the way up here now. Exhale, bending the knees, drop down, and then you slowly lift yourself back up. And I'll let you know when we are going to be finishing off the breath. All right, so everybody ready? Just don't think about it, let it go, let go all the thoughts. Am I going to get it right? Am I going to breathe? Just let that all go, just let it happen. All right, so let's go. Ha. Ha. Front, side, up. Ha. Front, side, up. Ha. Front, side, up. Ha. Inhale, 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 exhale, inhale, inhale, exhale. Ha. 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 Again. Last one. Let's go down. Let's stay down for this one. Bending the knees. Take hold of opposite elbows. Let your head relax in that little box you formed with your upper arms. Bending your knees. Stay nice and soft in the knee area there. Just releasing your tired back. Connecting to the breath. And then from here, release your hands. Walk your hands, lift up your feet and walk your hands so you're stepping on your palms. Being very careful here. Keeping the knees soft, the elbows can be bent. Take a breath, drop your head all the way down. There's no tension in that neck. Circle it around, move it from side to side. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, get that breath into the body, that life force. And then exhale the breath that served you, but you no longer need it. Okay, lift up your feet and gently and carefully take your hands out. Good, and just shake them as we begin to ragdoll our way to standing. So shaking those hands as we come up. Stretch it, turn your palms forward, stretch those fingers all the way down to your mat. Lift up that chest, stretch those arms. Good, as you come into your breath once more. Breath is very important, everyone. And then from here, you're going to stretch those arms out and lift them right up to the ceiling. Pressing those palms together, lift your spine, come into a very slight back bend. Exhale and fold. Come into a flat back, your flat back. It could be under your knees, it could be on your thighs. So you're stretching your sternum away from the belly button. You're stretching your crown away from your tailbone. And then exhale, fold. Let's come up, arms nice and wide. Let those arms help to lift your upper body up. We're going to do this again. So lift up your spine and stretch up. Exhale, bend those knees as you fold forward. Empty the lungs here. Come up into your flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms wide. Those arms are like little wings lifting you. Pressing those palms, wiggle that spine. Come into a slight back bend. Exhale and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms nice and wide. As we come up, pressing the palms together. Take a prayer position to the heart. Close your eyes. And just notice what you're noticing here. Feeling the body getting a little warmer now. Your breath. Try to slow that breath down. Pressing the soles of the feet into the mat. Lift the crown to the ceiling. Maybe you want to set an intention for your class now. Maybe your hair. Just being very grateful and thankful. Giving thanks to the blessings you have. Maybe your hair. Because you want that stretch today. We're all here for different reasons. So whatever it is, just set your intention. Okay, release Releasing that, you're going to take your hands back up towards the ceiling. And release your right hand to your right side. Inhale and left hand up. Exhale, slide your right hand down that right thigh as you come into a little side bend here. Pulling up through the core so you protect your back. And slide over to your right. Press into the left foot a little bit now so that you can even up the body a bit. You're not hurting your lower back. Open up that chest and just enjoy this little lateral stretch here. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, stay in here, and you're now going to raise your right hand up. Take it up. Let it hold your left hand and draw that left hand out a little bit more so you can deepen that twist, that side bend. Press into the left foot and deepen your side bend, your lateral stretch here, going over a little bit into the right side some more. And then release your right hand back to the side, and you're going to use that to help you to come back up to center. And release that left hand. Before we go to the other side, just roll those shoulders around, squeeze them up to the ears, let them fall. And we go to the other side. Left hand by your left side. Inhale your right hand up. Take a breath as you exhale. Now you're going to slide that left hand down as you take your spine over to that left side in a lateral stretch. And when you get where you want to be here, you don't have to go too deep yet. Press into your right foot a little bit more, opposite side. Open up that chest and just stay here and breathe. If the body responds to the oxygen, to that breath, you may slide down a little bit more. Please connect to your breath. And now you're going to take your left hand off the thigh, stretch it out there. Reach it up, hold your right palm. And stretch that right hand a little bit more over to the left, and maybe you can deepen that side bend. Being very, very aware of what you're doing, how the body is responding. If it doesn't feel right for you, please back off. Stretching, pressing into that left foot a little bit down into the right foot. And then slowly release the left hand to the side, using that to lift you back up. And release that right hand down. And just tip the fingers to the shoulders and make some circles with those elbows. Come in front, up to the ceiling, out to the side, and down. So sometimes when we make the movements too quickly, means the mind is not connected to that body. So slow that movement down. Slow it down. That was meant for Jeffrey. And reverse it. Sorry, guys. So. Okay. And release it. Just shake it out. Step a little bit wider on your mat. If you're facing the front of your mat, that's fine. I was facing sideways for the camera. But if you're at the front of your mat and your device is in front of you, you don't have to change. Just widen the feet, turn the toes out, interlace the fingers behind your back, squeeze those shoulders back. Let the tailbone fall towards the floor. Don't tuck it underneath you like this, and try not to lift it up like so. All right? So it's a nice straight spine all the way down. Pressing that tummy in, and some of you might notice I'm getting a little tummy here. So really pull it in. Stretch those arms down towards the mat. Feel the shoulder blades going back. Take a breath here. As you exhale, you know what's coming. We're doing our yoga mudra. So now you're going to empty the lungs as you fold forward. Bend those knees. Raising that hand off the back. If you have props near to you, which you should have, you could reach for your strap here. You can hold a strap. If you have tight shoulders like I do, and then allow your head, let your head just move towards your mat. When you can, maybe you can raise your hands a little bit off your back. Nothing says it has to be very much off your back. You can even rest it on the tailbone, sacrum. So it's up to you. We can try lifting the hands up off your back. If that doesn't feel right for you, put it back on your back. For those of us now with the flexibility, you can raise those arms as high up as you safely and comfortably can. Pressing the palms together, squeezing those shoulders back, lifting the hands just to your edge of comfort, no further. Let that head relax. You can shake it yes or no, and nothing happens. Good. Pulling that tummy in. Breathe here. Squeezing those shoulders back, 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 back. And then from here, you're going to release the hands, slide them to the front of your mat and step back into downward dog. Your first downward dog, I would imagine. So bend the knees, press into the balls of the feet, push your chest back towards the thighs and lift your buttocks. Spread that buttocks and lift it up to the ceiling and just breathe here. I'm just taking my right hand off the mat for a moment here. You don't have to do that. Just breathe into this. Inhale. Exhale. Okay. Look up between your hands and you're going to make maybe a couple steps, maybe 1 or 2 steps. Maybe you're at the center of your mat. Parallel those feet and ragdoll your way to standing. So don't struggle to reach all the way up to the top of your mat. If that's happening, just step up to where it's comfortable for you. Once you get up, you can always step towards the front of the mat again. All right? So you're pressing all 4 corners of the feet into the mat. Hands on the hips, looking forward. Take a breath as you exhale, step your right leg back. Scoot the front foot forward. Straighten up that left leg, the one in front, and press into the outer corner of the back leg. Feel that strength in that back thigh. Bend now into your front knee. Let it go right to the ankle there, not past that ankle. And then organize up that back foot again. Tailbone down, lifting that chest. Inhale those arms up. Pressing the fingers to the ceiling, dropping the shoulders down your back. And what I'm noticing here now is this back knee here. See what's happening? Because I'm concentrating on getting this, so the knee has bent up a bit. So now I'm going to straighten that leg out again. So this is why the mind has to be connected to the body, so we can feel and know what's happening to us. Inhale, exhale. Reach both hands down. So your left palm or your left fingers are by your right toe. Your right hand is by your left toes. I'm sorry. Breathe your right hand up and let's go into a warrior twist. Breathe in, breathe out. If you have your block or your book, please use it if you need to, so that you can bring the ground up to you rather than you struggling to go down to meet the ground. If that still isn't working, you can just rest your right hand on your thigh and do a nice gentle little twist here. So the sternum reaching away from that belly button, shoulders down your back. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Dropping that left hand down. Let's sweep those hands back up for warrior. Straighten that front leg. Take a breath. As you exhale, you're going to fold forward in pyramid. Now, if the stance is a bit wide, that's like my stance here, I'm going to bend my front knee and jump that back foot in a little bit. Square the hips towards the front of the room and allow your head
to just bring that upper body down, okay? Or skull, just get it, just pull it down towards the foot. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, exhale. Feeling the stretch in the hamstrings. If it's too much for you, you may want to bend that knee a little bit. Let's just fold a little bit more here. Breathing in, breathing out. Use that breath. Good. Bend into that front knee. Step the back foot up to meet it. Come into your flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms nice and wide as we come up. And place the hands on the hips for the other side. Step your left foot back. Straighten that front knee. Hips are kind of square to the front of the room or slightly at a diagonal, depending on your back. Once we're here, we feel steady on the feet. Bend into your right knee now. So make sure that right knee stays on top of that ankle and press into the outer corner. Draw that back thigh down. Breathe. Open up that chest. Get that air, that oxygen into those lungs. Reaching those arms up. Dropping those shoulders down. Inhale. Exhale. Folding forward now. Your left hand is by the right foot for warrior twist. Remember that that twist can be where you would like it. So if you have your block or your book, please use it. If you want to take that left hand to the right thigh to bring you up a little bit higher, pulling that right shoulder back. And if you can, if you'd like to, you can take that right hand up towards the ceiling. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Lower the right hand down. Step the back foot in a little bit if your stance is too wide. And let's fold forward in pyramid on this side. So you're drawing that right hip back slightly, left hip forward, and allow that crown to just soften the neck. So don't try to hold up your shoulders, hold up the head. You're going to let the head fall. No tension. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale. Big exhale, maybe with a soft sound inside. Feeling the stretch in the legs on this side. And then slightly bend into that right knee and take your left foot forward to meet the right foot. Come into a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms wide as we lift ourselves up. And release the hands to your sides. Preparing for chair pose. Your feet can be a little bit wider apart now. Pressing into all four corners of your feet. Lift up that sternum. Take a breath. As you exhale, bend into the hips. Push your hips, the buttocks back. Bend into the hips, your knees will automatically bend. Now, I know some of you have a little knee issue, so you don't have to drop all the way down into a low chair today. You may take it, your knees soft, take it a little bit higher. For those of you who are okay, you can sit as low as you can. Push back into your heels. Look down and take your toes off your mat. Pull up the toes off the mat. And then put them down lightly. So that will indicate to you that you have to push back into the heel. Lift up the sternum, and then the arm position can be yours. You can be here, you can be up here, or you can just rest them on your lap, whatever you prefer. So just connect, find something out there to stare at, and then press into the feet, lift yourself up, release the hands down. This is again. Chair pose. Breathe. Feel and notice. And up again. Chair pose. 2 more like this. And stand. Notice what you're noticing. Maybe you can go a little deeper now for the last one. Maybe you can't. So it's up to you. Pressing back into the heels. Deep breath in and out. Slowly rise back up. Good. Hands to the hips. Find that spot out there in front of you. And let's get ready for tree pose. Press into the left foot. Lift that right foot up. You can take it to the ankle, the calf, the inner thigh, or cross it over on top of the thigh. Do not press it into the knee joint. Draw the hips in. Lift up yourself. If you like to experiment with this, you can bend that knee and fold, oops, down into bending tree, folding tree. If not, just stay where you are. Hand position, you can fold something, or you can have both arms up like branches of a tree, or maybe like a prayer position to the heart. Just trust yourself that you can do this. Concentrate. And slowly and carefully release. Shake it out. Let's go to the other side. So you're pressing the right foot down, lifting up. Find your spot. In your own time, you can raise your left foot up or whichever side you're about to do now. And as I said, arm position is yours. Maybe you want to try something different with this side. Maybe you want to try the folding, the bending tree. Trees fold and they bend on this side because we always notice that one side is a little different to the other side. So this is my tighter side. Concentrate. Balancing poses are excellent for us. Very good for the brain. Building a lot of strength in your body when you're here. It's a nice peaceful pose. Notice that you're standing on one leg. That you didn't notice that. And slowly and carefully release. Good. Shake it out. All right, coming towards the top of the mat once more. Let's take those arms up. Lift up your spine, coming to your back bend. So this time you can bend back a little bit more, only if you can. Exhale and fold. Step back into plank push-up position, one nice straight line. Lifting up the buttocks a little bit. Press into the heel, into the balls of your feet rather, and breathe. Let's lower that right knee down. Pick it back up. Lower the left. Pick it back up. Lower the right. Pick it up. Lower the left. Pick it up. Now, when you lower that right leg this time, let it stay there. Lift up your left foot. Walk your right hand out and pick that right hand up. And balance here. So the arm and the leg are moving away from each other and you're just focusing on something on your mat out there in front of you. One more breath here. And release the arm and the leg, coming back into plank push-up position. And let's go for the other side. Let your left knee come to the floor. Lift up your right foot. Stretch your left hand out and stretch them away from each other. Keep lifting the chest, stretching that arm and that leg, looking down at something on your mat. And release the arm, release the knee, and let's push back up into downward dog. So heeling and toeing your feet, like you're walking a little dog today. It's beautiful weather out there, taking your dog for a walk. Really exaggerate the movement. Coming back to center in your downward dog, lift that right leg up. Stretch it out there behind you. And we're going to make circles with that leg. So drop it down, take it out to the side, lift it back up to the ceiling. Drop it down, out to the side, up. One more. Side and up. And release it. Other leg, lift it. First, drop it down, out to the side, circle to the back, down, side, up and back. Last one, down, side, up, and release it. Press back into downward dog, breathe in, breathe out. Come softly down onto your knees. Walk your knees away from each other, big toes touch, and press back into child. If child is not available to you, do your puppy stretch. So I'm going to do puppy stretch. So if you're not sure, you can see puppy stretch is this one. So just calming that breath down. Stretching the arms and the spine. Coming up into table position. Step your right foot up between your hands. Draw that left foot back. You can stay on the knee. And drop your groin, your left groin down towards the mat. Lift that chest up nice and high, looking forward, shoulders down. Using your breath once more. Letting go of all the stuff you don't need or want here now. Get it out. Take your right hand inside that right foot. Coming down onto your forearms. And then you can curl your back toe under and lift that knee up off the mat, and you may rock around, whatever feels right for you. Releasing the knee back onto the mat, come back onto your palms, and we're taking this into pigeon. So slide your right foot over towards the left side like this. Come down onto that leg. Stretch that left foot out behind you. Turn, see if you can turn right onto the top of that left thigh, onto the knee, if possible. Use props here if you need them. And then as you press into your palms, lift your chest up. Take a big breath here as you exhale. Draw your spine out there in order to come down. So keep lengthening that spine out there. Reaching down. Now, if your forehead is not going to touch the mat, please use your 1 potato, 2 potato like this. Use a block, use a book, use a folded blanket, use a cushion. So whatever it is that you need to make yourself comfortable, you may do that. Another option is to put something underneath that right buttocks, that right cheek there, to lift up that right side a bit. Roll over onto the top of the left thigh, left knee. Try to relax here now. Letting go of the concerns. Keep the breath going. Okay, walk your palms down a little bit now. Press into them. Lift your chest up. Bend your back knee. Take it to the left hand if you can manage this. If you can't, just wait on us here a bit. Lifting up that chest, and just you can just take that heel as close as you can to your buttocks. Being mindful here. Only go as far as you safely can. Stretching the quads. Okay, releasing that. Let's come back into downward dog. Curling the toes under, pressing up into downward dog. Feeling that left side is a little bit different to the right side. Coming down onto the knees. Step the left foot up between your hands. Draw your right knee back. So now you're going to drop that right groin down to the mat and open up the psoas muscle a little bit. Draw your shoulders down, lift that sternum away from that belly button. Soft smile on your face. Deep breath in. Check in with your left foot. Is the knee and the ankle in one line here? Look at yourself and check. Now we're going to take the left hand inside. And if it's possible, if it's okay for you, come down onto the forearms, or maybe a forearm and a palm, like what happens to me on this side. I can do the two forearms on the other side, but I can't on this side. And guess what? I'm not going to force myself. So I'm going on one palm and one forearm. You may curl the back toe under, lift that knee up off the mat. And you can do a little rocking or anything that feels right for you. Just go ahead. You know, we all have one side a little bit different to the other side. Most of us do. Okay, come down softly onto that knee. Press up. We're going to take the left foot across. You're walking it. You can probably see now. I'm gently walking it over. Slide your right foot back and just come down onto the side of that left foot. Now, this is what I meant when I said to roll onto the thigh. So you want to roll over onto the thigh. If that's not available to you, another option would be to bend that knee and bring the thigh right up like this. So when you're in pigeon this way. Remember, in yoga, we always have modifications. And remember to put something underneath that left hip to lift it up. So your hips are a little bit more square to the mat. So if your leg is straight behind you, roll onto the top of that thigh and the knee. Press into the palms and lift that chest. Proud pigeons. Drop the shoulders down, breathe. Now to come down, you're going to stretch that spine forward. Keep stretching it forward. You've just grown a 1/4 inch, I promise you. Stretch it, stretch it, stretch it. Come all the way down. Use your props. Let's just hang out here for a little bit. So you're making yourself comfortable by using your props. So we can hang out here for a while. Sprinkling that side. Side out. Right. If any emotions come up for any of you, please let it go, let it out. Don't push it back down into the body. Breathe it out. Scream it out. Make some noise. But get it out of your body. You may notice a breath in the back of your body. This is a nice little chance for you to focus on the back of your lungs. As you inhale, you notice the back body. And as you exhale, you notice the back body. All right, lift the head up. You're going to slide your palms down a little bit. Lift yourself up. You can choose to stay like this, or if you want to go back into pigeon while you wait, or if you're going to join us, bend that knee, take your hand, and this is where you may be. Maybe you can't go any further. So we are going to just do what we can. Notice when we stay in the poses, you start here and you go, oh gosh, God, I'm so tight. And if we stay and we breathe and we concentrate, you may be able to pull that heel to the buttocks a little bit more, but don't let the ego get in the way and force yourself to doing it, all right? I'm just making a little observation here. Not to say that you have to do it. And release. Beautiful. Come back. And this time we're going to go back into child again. So your buttocks, back to the heel. Stretch your arms all the way out so we can get a nice stretch going on the muscles and running on either side of the spine. You can also take this into puppy stretch. Sliding your hands down, press into the palms, lift yourself up, and slide onto one side. Bring the feet around. Coming into bound angle, soles of the feet will press into each other, nice and firm into each other. And the closer the heel is into the groin, is the more challenging the pose might be. So it's up to you. Lift up your spine, take a breath as you exhale, hinging from the hips. Begin to move that chest forward. Lift the sternum. You can take your elbows and press those knees gently down. Careful here as you stretch forward. So go more towards the top of in towards that thigh, rather than in too much into the knee. So shoulders down, lift that sternum, and we stretch forward. Not round in the back here, just stretching it, lifting it. And slowly lift the knees up. Stretching the legs out. Just lean back into your arms and roll those thighs around. Okay, coming up to sit. Bend your knees a little bit, dig your heels into the mat. Your hands are by your thighs here. I'm going to try to do this without hurting my hands here. So let me demonstrate quickly before we start. So you're here. You're going to press into your hands and press into the feet and lift yourself up. Draw your knees now so that they're over the ankles. Press into the hands and lift yourself up. Now, to come out of this pose, everybody, just look here 1 second. This is important. You are going to slide back until your hips reach your hands, and then you come down. All right, so let's try that. So bend into the knees a bit, press into the hands, pull up through the core, lift up. Good. Shoulders back. Lift that sternum. If it's okay for the neck to go right back, let it go back. If not, just look forward. Lift up, lift up, lift up. Now we're going to go right back, right back. Stay up there, stay up there. Hips to hands. And release. 2 more like this. Let's go. Up. If I can do it, you can do it. Good. Lift, lift, lift those hips. Breathe. And let's go back. Straight legs back. Don't sag here. And release. I think I sagged a bit, but anyway, my hands are. Try one more. I'm not going to do the last one, but you're going to do it. So press into the hands. Come up into your reverse table. Lift those hips as high as you can get them. Lift them, lift them, lift them. And then slide that buttocks back in that height to the hips and come down. Beautiful. Nice. I'm going to get a camera over here, you see, guys, to show you Jeffrey. I'm going to do that one of these days. Let's do a spinal twist. Take your right leg over the left thigh. I take my hand and I move my tummy. I'm getting a little belly here, so I want to move it out the way so that I can really get that thigh right up into the chest. So your left hand is actually very active here, keeping it in there. Let this leg relax, don't tense it up. So lift up that chest. We're not in the twist yet. Look forward. Your right hand goes beside you, so like a little another spine to support you. Shoulders down, lift the sternum. Take a breath. As you exhale, you're going to push your buttocks back. And then you push the hip. Then your waist and your rib cage. And just go around as far as you can comfortably go. If it's a half twist for you today, fine. If it's a full twist around, even better. So you're dropping those shoulders down, you're lifting that sternum, you're bringing that soft smile back to your face, and try not to take the neck too far around. This is all about that rib cage. You can put your hand to the rib cage and just press it to go around behind you, and then release the hand back. All right, so lift up that chest, drop those shoulders down, smile, everybody. We're thankful and we're blessed. And then begin to slowly unwind. And let's counter twist today. So your right hand is going to hold that right thigh in. Your left hand is going to go beside you. And then we twist to the left. Soft twist. Very soft twist over to the left. And come back to center. Let that right leg drop on top of the left like this. Put your hands on your mat and just lean into this. Lean forward. And come back up to center. Release that leg out. Let's go for the other side. So now your right hand is very active because it's going to hold that left thigh right up into that belly and chest. Remember that your right leg now will be relaxed. All right? Your left hand beside you. Lift up your spine. You're looking forward. Shoulders dropped. Chest lifts. Take a breath here. You're going to push your buttocks back, then your hip, then your waist, then the rib cage, shoulder, neck, and head last. And you can start out in a little half twist. And if you feel the muscles responding and you want to go a little deeper, not jump too around, try that. Just be careful of the neck. Another option that you have is, that's really nice, is that you can always come out of a pose, some movements, and then go back into it. You don't have to stay in it. the whole time. Come out, stretch, and go back into the pose. Let us do some eye exercises here. Good idea. Look up at 12 o'clock, over to 3, down to 6, up to 9, and back to 12. And reverse it. From 12, over to 9, down to 6, up to 3, and back to 12. Squeeze the face tight, 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 like a grimace. And then relax your face, and let's slowly begin to unravel our little cells. Let that knee drop like this. Put your hands down on your mat and just hinge forward. Ooh. Lift up that chest. No, don't round your spine, please. Lift up the chest. Nothing says you have to round that spine and go all the way down. That's not it. We're stretching, breathing, letting go. And slide up back. Good. Coming towards the bottom of your mat. Today we'll do our up bow. So rolling that tailbone underneath you. Pull up through the core, leaning back a little bit, lift one leg, then the other. And you can choose to hold the back of the thighs like what I'm going to do because I have a very sensitive tailbone. You can let go like this. Okay, shoulders down. Lift up that sternum, soft gaze out there in front of you. You can play with your feet. Some people might want to dip a toe down and lift it. Dip the other toe and lift it. Okay, so again, you just have fun with your poses. You experiment with them. Good. And release. Walk your heels right into the buttocks, right down. Wrap your hands around those shins and climb up the thighs. Stretch right up, shoulders down. Stretch up that spine. Stretch it, stretch. We all want to be taller. And release. Roll back. Taking the thighs with you. Making sure that your head is still on your mat. Thighs to the chest. Lifting up both feet to the ceiling. So pressing your ankles together and your knees together. It's almost like you have one foot, one thigh. Arms out to the sides. And we're just going to swing the legs right to left, left to right. Just a little bit. You're not taking them too wide. Just 1, 2, 3 to the side, back to center. 1, 2, 3 to the other side, back to center. Close your eyes and feel the legs just rocking from side to side, pressing the inner thighs and your inner ankles together like you have one foot now. If the knees can't straighten, just bend them, it's okay. Okay, slowly come back to center. Bend your knees, hold them into the thighs, into the chest. Straighten your legs out on the mat. Raise your right leg up towards the ceiling and hold. Right hand on the back of the thigh, left hand a little further up. Take a breath as you exhale. You're going to draw those tummy muscles to the spine. Lift up head, neck, and shoulders. And then lift your left foot off the mat a couple inches. And maybe you can lift a little higher when that happens. Squeeze into your core, stretch into both legs. One to the ceiling, one to touch something out there in front of you. Lift up yourself, breathe, squeeze that tummy in. Draw that right leg as far in as you can. And then slowly, carefully release the left foot. Release your upper body, bend that right knee. And take it into you like you're holding a little baby. So your right knee is in the crooks of the right elbow, your left hand on the foot. And just squeeze it into you. and release it down. Take a moment, take a breath. Other side, so bend the left knee and then take it to the chest and straighten the leg up to the ceiling. Your left hand behind your left thigh, your right hand by the calf or the knee, wherever you can manage. Don't draw the shoulders up towards the ears. I just felt myself trying to do that. So that's why I'm saying it, because I'm not only saying it, I'm feeling it. Take a breath here as you exhale, lift up upper body, right up. Lift your right leg a couple inches off the mat, squeeze that tummy in, and maybe you can climb up that leg a little higher. Nice. Shoulders down. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, carefully release the right foot to the mat. Release the upper body, bend that left knee. Take the soles of the feet together, touching each other with the knees splayed open to the sides. Put your hands on your inner thighs and press them gently down towards the mat. Drop your chin down, make sure the neck is nice and long. Slide your hands underneath those knees and prep them up. Draw the thighs into the chest. Take a palm on top of each knee and make your little circles with those knees, using the length of your arms to do that. Finish this next circle, taking the thighs to the chest, and then reverse it. One more circle. And then hug those thighs into the chest. Begin to lengthen the legs out on the mat. Right leg, left leg, left leg, right leg. Treat yourself to a nice stretch here. And release the hands. If there is something that you like to do before we go into relaxation, please go ahead, treat yourself to a little stretch again or something else. And then just coming onto your back, feeling the support of the earth underneath you. Closing your eyes, just turn your head gently to the right. Lift the head up off the mat at all. Coming back to center. Turn the head to the left. Feel the skull sliding on the mat. And then coming back to center. Drop your chin to your chest, just a minute little movement here. Drop the chin to the chest. Shoulders sliding down your back. Closing your eyes and allow your breath to be relaxed. Feeling the contact of your body on your mat. Bring a little soft smile to your face. Allow your cheeks and your eyes to relax, your forehead, your jaw joint. Allow your neck to relax, your shoulders, your upper arms, your elbows, your lower arms. Allow your palms and your fingers to relax. Take a big breath in here. I know this is unusual, but just take one big breath in. Sigh out. And then just relax the breath once more. Bringing your attention to your chest, your belly, your back, buttocks, hips and thighs. Relax all that area. Relax your knees, your calves, your ankles, your feet, toes. We slowly begin to awaken our body. You may begin by deepening your breath, noticing the sounds around you, perhaps wiggling the fingers and toes. Maybe you prefer a stretch. When it's appropriate for you, you may roll onto your side and hug yourself in fetal position. Pressing into your top hand, extend your top leg and slowly begin to push yourself up from the side, coming back around into your comfortable seated position. Try to keep your eyes closed while we're doing this. When you bring that spine back up to vertical, take your hands to your buttocks and pull that flesh away from your sitting bones so you can plug them in and down. Lift the sternum up, relax the shoulders, bring a soft smile to your face. Feeling the effects of your practice today and acknowledge your wonderful benefits. May we all be peaceful and at ease. May we all be well. May we all be filled with loving kindness. And may we all be happy. Adi Om, Shanti, Shanti, peace. Slowly open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank yourself for doing this for you. How about that?